Already got mine.
Yep, you're good.
Hey everyone, Richard here, and the Tucson Toy Show for 2023 came and went. This is probably my favorite toy show to go to every year. It's just always a good experience, and even in sort of the dry spell of hunting that is post 2020, 2021, you still can find really good stuff at this show. But actually, at this show, for the first time this year, there was a comic artist signing. So I'll go ahead and start with that, and I'll show you guys what I got there. So Sam De La Rosa was there, and I got this done by him. Not sure how well that shows up on camera, but he charges $10 a signature, regardless if it's being graded or not. Actually, I brought 4 or 5 books from his sign, but I ended up getting just one sign. And he charges $30 for the remark. Spider-Man remark right there. I actually filmed him drawing the whole thing, so I'll go ahead and cut that in here. The whole thing non-sped up took like a minute and 30 seconds. He's clearly drawn this many, many times. I had asked him about doing an actual commission, but because it's a one-day show, he didn't want to take any actual commissions. So there's this. I might end up sending it off to CBCS at some point to get slabbed, but it needs a press first, so I definitely wasn't going to do it there. But still, really cool, nice thing to get done by Sam. And it was the first thing I did there. I'm glad I went when I did, because I was like the second person in line for him, and then later on he had a line that was wrapping all over the place. Really cool dude, real nice, and yeah, got that from him. I did pick up one slab there. I got this right here, NYX number 4. This book is kind of in a weird place in the market right now. It's a better deal for me to buy one already slabbed and sell my raw copy than it is to grade my raw copy. So I picked this up. Guy originally wanted 100 for it, but he gave it to me for 90. Never hurts to ask. So yeah, got that. Real happy with that. My number 3 is also a 9.4, so now I got a matching set, so got that. Hunting was actually a little bit difficult this show, just because there were so many people. I wanted to film a bunch of walking around. I did a little bit, I'll cut those in, but it was hard to get footage here. It was just that many people. The showrunners and the staff that were saying it's the biggest turnout they've ever had. But I did find one booth. Their books were $1 each or 10 for 5, so 50 cents each, and I grabbed a little stack there. So I got this High Cost of Living, Death. This is number 3. Figured for 50 cents, why not? Got Spider-Man, number 76. I believe this is the first appearance of Crown or something like that. Again, 50 cents. Sandman, 75. This is the final issue. It's not the second print, but for 50 cents again, why not? Got Angela, number 2. It is a newsstand. Some of the, I haven't even bagged board some of these. I still have my show wristband on, so not a lot of time has passed yet. Got an Angela number 1 newsstand. I actually have a copy of this graded, so got a raw copy now. So picked up this. I've always wanted this book, but I've never been willing to pay for it. It's not really worth anything, but I don't see them super often because it's when you do pick a book out of this run, this is one of the ones you grab. But ENAMEL number 23, just a nice cover. My favorite book that I found in that little stack of stuff for 50 cents was this, Terminator Burning Earth. I believe it's the first Alex Ross stuff. And actually pretty decent shape, so can't complain there. The booth right next to it, well, a few booths over, had some dollar books, and I just grabbed this Shadowhawks 1 newsstand. Figured why not. But yeah, there's that. As I was walking, I came across one booth where they had, I think, 3 long boxes out that said $5 each on them. One said keys, $5 each. And I walked over there and I asked them, are all your books $5 each? Because they did have pricing on the books, but the guy said he was just trying to get rid of the stuff. I actually believe it was his wife who ended up selling to me. But do you guys ever make like a comic sandwich when you find a good deal, where you put the first book and the last book are just kind of distraction books? Because that's kind of what I did here. This was a distraction book, Spider-Man number 55. This is the second printing variant. Again, just a distraction book, but I didn't have it, so I figured why not. And then my other distraction book was this right here, the Batman Adventures, still polybagged. That's because I found these books in there. Again, $5 each. Thor 143, really not too bad shape. It has a little bit of like tanning to it, but otherwise it's a pretty solid looking Silver Age book. Again, $5. We got this one, Thor 157. Same story. Pretty decent shape, just a bit of tanning. $5. And then the big book I found there for $5. This is the one where when I pulled it, I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a comic sandwich out of this so it doesn't draw attention to it. But Voltron, #1, newsstand. Pretty high grade too. It needs a press, but it's probably grade worthy, honestly, so I might send it off without that. And then the last booth I went to, one tip I'll give about shows like this is if you want to find deals, do not go to the comic vendors. They know what they have. You go to the toy vendors or the old magazine vendors, the card vendors, model vendors, those guys who have the odd comic box laying out somewhere. And that was the case for this. This guy was actually a Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars seller, but he just had some comics thrown out on his table, and I grabbed 2 of them. They were $15 each. I don't have anywhere verifying them. I might actually send them off to CBCS, but I got Spawn, number 150. The Capullo variant is signed right here by Todd McFarlane. Pretty pricey book if you look it up. And I mean, the signature looks good to me. You don't have no real way of knowing until you send it off for verification, but that looks like a Todd signature to me. It's not in perfect shape. It has a couple spine ticks, but again, $15. I will take that. And then the big find of the show, same story, same booth. Spawn 174, Todd signature in yellow, $15 for this one. Again, it's not a 9.8 or anything, but it's a decent book. Yeah, that's what I got. Great show. Had a lot of fun going to it. More fun than I've had in a while going to a comic show or whatever. And that's because I was actually able to find deals, and I was chatting with vendors, and everyone just seemed to be having a good time. Sales were good. For a one-day show that's went from 9 to 3. At 12 o'clock, one vendor I was talking to had already done about $1,200 in sales, and he had no real big items. It was just a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, just really cool stuff. And there was some very high quality stuff. I'll throw in a video showing some of the high quality stuff also.
They fetch a little bit better.
No, I like it even too.
I almost went crazy one day because of mom.
Excuse me.
I got that.
So yeah, that's all there is to this. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I look forward to next year's. This is always a fun event for me. But yeah, take care everyone.